What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. How y'all doing? How you feel? In the words of the great Reverend Run, how y'all feel out there? Good to see y'all. Good to not see y'all. That didn't come out right. Um, Glad to be with y'all on this Saturday night. I came really close to getting with y'all last night, but I was unable to do so. So now I'm here with y'all on this Saturday night. And we'll get a quick open topic in. Not gonna be long. Not gonna be long, but I will get a quick open topic and a few updates on some stuff, and we will go. We'll go from there, man. Anyway, y'all know the routine. Y'all know the speech. Y'all know the language. Y'all know the spiel. Hit the like button as you come into the room, and that will assist us in being in the algorithm, and hopefully more eyes will land on this video and on the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so for your big brother right about now. And don't just be a participant in the lives. Be sure to come in on my everyday videos. All right. So click that like button. That's a little thumbs up thing, and turn on your notifications, y'all. Yep, Dean, it's question time. Any questions y'all have for me, any comments y'all have, y'all are welcome. Everything we do on this live stream is to be done under the umbrella of respect and maturity. And I was about to say professionalism, but I mean, y'all don't work for me. But respect and maturity is the order of the day on my lives. Anything less than that would be uncivilized. Okay, let's get it on, man. It's over top because I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Yami, I appreciate the words, man. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep it going. What I will say before we really get into it, for all my people, because I seen my homie Jesse Paris is in the building. For all my people in Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, anywhere in the area, we'll be out there August 8th. It's about 3 weeks from now, I'm assuming. We'll be live in concert August 8th, South Park Coalition, myself, Point Blank, Klondike Cat, Mr. Cap. We will be in Denver, Colorado performing live. So I'll make a commercial for it. But if anyone wants the information about the Denver show, y'all feel free to send me an email and I'll send you guys a flyer. Some of y'all are already on the contact list anyway. All right, well, let's get it on, man. Let's get it on. Yeah, see, Jesse, I hadn't even read your comment yet, Jesse. I just saw your name, Jesse. Say, look forward to seeing you August 8th in Denver. That's right, man. I look forward to seeing you again, Jesse. And bring the crew. Many people that want to come, y'all make sure y'all bring the crew, Jesse. We looking forward to seeing you, brother. Straight up. Spikey says, K-Rino about to release havoc on the industry. Yeah, I am, man. That's one of the things that's taking so long. Cause I want to be really, 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 really aggravated on this next album. Yeah. Finders Keepers is in the building. The Arena, where you been, Arena? I see you, man. Say haven't went nowhere. Still keeping up. That's what's up, man. Look, it's funny you said that, Arena. He said I saw the freestyle on Rap Economics. Man, that's old. I don't know what's making that recirculate. I mean, I guess from time to time things that have been around they'll recirculate somehow. But people was hitting me up like it was new. I guess a lot of people who hadn't seen it, but I did that about a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know how long, maybe not 2 years, but I've been did that. I'm actually getting ready to do a new one. So the new one is coming soon, you know. So I'm gonna really go in because people thought that last one was new. So I'm like, nah, let me show y'all that was the old one. We're gonna pop them in their head. MC Josiah, thank you for the early super chat, man. Thank you for the donation, man. Josiah says, I've been really busy writing and recording. Oh, I know if you don't do nothing else, you're gonna do some shows. Y'all be having them shows out there. I need to come perform out there with y'all at, man. Spikey says, who else is gonna order that new K-Rino album? That's a great question. Who else? If y'all plan on ordering my upcoming album, just raise your hand. Walaikum salam, brother Chris. I see you in the building. In the building. OKC. World champs. God's dummy. I thought about you the other day. I have not forgot about you, brother. I have not forgot about you. I just got to do this myself. But I thought about you the other day, brother. Matter of fact, I'm glad you hit me because I know I sent you the wrong book, but which one was I supposed to send? Because I don't want to make a mistake and do it again. Common sense, I appreciate that, man. Monster Ganja. Wow, that's old school. Wow. Monster Ganja. That's when I was in Australia. What up, Jameis? I see you, man. Patrick Richardson says, what do you think about Claressa Shields fighting Ali's daughter? Man, I'm going to be real honest with you, Patrick. I don't want to see it. I know a lot of people do. I know Claressa wants to fight her really, really bad. I don't want to see it. Mm-mm. And I'm going to tell you why I don't want to see it. Because both fighters are greats, all-time greats. And this is just my personal opinion. Both fighters are all-time greats. Layla Ali has already cemented herself as one of the all-time greats. She might be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. I don't know. But either way, she's one of the all-time greats. Of course, daughter of Muhammad Ali. Undefeated in her career, 24 wins, 21 knockouts. So she was a heavy puncher. Claressa's time is now. Claressa is the now. Like when you think about boxing, and this is her era right now. And the thing that I respect about Claressa is that she's a real fighter in terms of she tried MMA. She's like, I'm gonna see what I can do. She's not afraid to challenge herself and not afraid to fail. So that's a principle that a lot of us can take away and say, it's all right to give something a try that may take you out your comfort zone. But all that being said, I don't want to see them fight mainly because of the age difference. Now, I've heard people make the George Foreman comparison, but George Foreman did come back out of retirement after a long time and get back in the ring and eventually ended up being world champion. But he got back active for a while. George was active for years before he got the title shot and eventually won the title. Layla Ali has not been active. She has not fought. And when was it? How long? What? Almost 20 years, 15, 20 years. She has not fought at all. So it's a difference between, okay, I got back in it. If Layla had been fighting 3 years prior, getting a few fights in, sharpening the tools back up, then you might say, okay, yeah, even though she's older, she's back in the mix though. But to just come out of retirement cold like that, after all those years in a sport like boxing, which has always been in this case, a young woman's sport, I just don't want to see her at 47 years old fighting a prime Claressa Shields like that. The fans are like, yeah, let's see it, let's see it. I don't know what kind of shape or conditioning Layla can get in or how long they would give her because Claressa came up with the money. Because Layla was like, hey, you come up with 15 to 20, we can get it on. And from what I saw, Claressa got 15 for it, which, hey man, for 15, yeah, I'd fight. So I think it would depend on, 15 million. If Layla wants to get in the ring and take a chance on blemishing her undefeated record or maybe running the risk of getting beat by the younger fighter and maybe not looking so good in the process for $15 million, we'll see. But a lot would have to happen. I think they would have to give her a while because boxing training is the toughest training. I don't care what nobody say. But personally, I know from a fan standpoint, I know from a pay-per-view standpoint, it would be huge. But I wouldn't want to see it. Yeah. Quad say crazy how I was just listening to some of your music. You summoned me up, man. You called me into existence. Yeah. Joe Hip Hop Spot said that would be dope to hear Willie D and you on a new track together. Yeah, it's been a while. Me and Will ain't made no music in a long time. And don't get it twisted. Will's sword stay sharp. So yeah, so that would be dope. It's an open topic, man. I've been doing these open topics a lot because I've been having some stuff I want to talk about, but I like to be prepared before I just jump in. Phantom Face Fight. The final boss is in the building. That's right. The final boss. Quad says, you don't get the recognition you deserve. Here's your flower. Man, I appreciate those flowers, man. Thank you. I hold them close to my heart. And we working, man. We're not just accepting the fact that we don't get no recognition. We're not accepting, we working to change that, man. People got this false perception about myself or people like me that feel, oh well, man, they don't want to be out there. Like, no, it's not that we don't want to be out there. We want to be out there on our own terms. We're not gonna be out there on no sellout type of stuff. We're not gonna be out there on no bend over and spread your cheeks type stuff. We ain't gonna be out there on nothing like that. We ain't gonna be out there on no compromising the conscious content type stuff and now degrading and degenerating our community. We ain't trying to get out there like that. But yeah, we want to be out there because why wouldn't we if we feel like we got a message that the people need to hear? The more people that can hear the message, the better. We just not gonna bend over and sell out to do it. Finders keepers, we getting ready to announce the site information real soon, so I'll let y'all know. B. Tisdale say he was bumping that line for line. Okay, behind these bars, God's dummy, got you. Line for line. Yeah. All right. What up, Brandon? Wisconsin in the building. Yeah, boxing though, Patrick. That's the nature of boxing. Boxing's gonna talk. Ali started that, boxing's gonna talk, man. So that's the nature of the game. And don't get it twisted. Claressa trying to get a big payday too now. I don't think that Claressa, I don't think that she hates Layla Ali. I don't think she she may not even dislike her. They don't like what each other has said about the other one. But trust me, Clarissa tried to get that bread because that may be, if she was to get 15, 20, I'm sure that would be her biggest payday. So this is smart promotion and marketing on her part too. Now people are gonna say if she beats Layla, they'll say, "Oh man, that woman's almost 50 years old. You're in your prime." It's like when Tyson knocked out Larry Holmes, or when Holmes beat Ali after Ali had been retired for 3 years or whatever. So Clarissa may be in a lose-lose situation even if she wins the fight, but financially, everybody wins. The winner wins, the loser wins financially. Because you ask anybody in this chat if they were projected to be the underdog in a particular fight, say, man, would you fight for $15 million? You ain't got to never have had a fight in your life unless you already sitting on money and you don't need that kind of money. You like, yeah, I'll fight for $15 million. I'll fight for $15 million. Man, I appreciate that, Quad. Xavier, what's good? He said, what up, Brother K? We just saw R.A. the Rugged Man in concert with only like 20 people there, and he shouted you out as one of the best. Man, shout out to R.A. the Rugged Man, one of the dopest ever. Let me say this real quick, man. I want to shout out to you too, Xavier. I want to give you some love because people like you are the reason why people like myself, R.A. the Rugged Man, and rappers like us, y'all are the reason why we're able to continue to do what we do. Because okay, so you say 20 people there. Man, it's I do shows like that from time to time. It happens. Because again, like I was saying earlier, for what we do, it's not popularized in mainstream and in the commercial world. So the people who come and see us, it's like a if you know type of crowd, and we appreciate who comes. Would we like to have a bunch of people in there? Heck yeah. But we would never penalize the people who did show up because of the people who didn't. So when I hear about that, I hear a brother like R.A., okay, yeah, he still got up there, and I bet he still got up there and he ripped that thing. I bet he did. I ain't see the show. I bet he still got up there and he ripped it. And that's just the nature of it, man. But one day, this thing gonna turn around, and what we do is gonna be the order of the day. Because I just put a video up a few weeks ago, like is ignorant rap on life support. People are getting tired of that crap, man. Yeah. And see, Phantom Face, I mean, that's the objective, man. When I walk in that door, if it's a small crowd, I'm thanking God for the people that came. Absolutely. I'm grateful that y'all came. Y'all didn't, the small crowd, the 15, 20, 30, 50 people didn't have to come. So we thankful, man. And we not going to shortchange y'all. And I've told this story before. I've seen artists have a show, and I'm going to use this one example. Because I can't say I've seen it like I saw it a bunch of times. I saw it one time. There was an artist that had a concert out here. I was going to support. I wasn't on the show, but I was going to the show to be at the show, to attend. That's the word I was looking for. And when I pulled up, I was like, I might be a little early. The parking lot was almost empty. But then it reached a time where the parking lot shouldn't have been empty. Shouldn't have been empty. But at you know, at a certain time, it's like, okay, whoever was gonna be here, gonna be here. And just so happened where I was parked, the artist whose show it was pulled up right next to me. He never saw me. He didn't see me because he pulled in, he looked around, saw that nobody was there, and he drove off. So when he drove off, now he never saw me. So when he drove off, I was like, man. Now I understand the disappointment. I understand. I get it, man. I get it. Trust me, I get it. You don't like to show up at the show and hardly nobody's there. We've been through that. I've been through that. But you still got to perform for the people who came, man. You got to. You got to perform for the people who came because those people who came, they thought enough of you to still show up. And when they got there and didn't see a big crowd, they still went in there and paid to get in. They were like, okay, because I don't care. Bro, I can tell you right now, if my favorite artist is performing somewhere, if the show don't get canceled for any other reason, if I know my favorite artist is going to be there, I don't care who else is not there. I'm coming for them. I'm not coming for the crowd. I'm not coming for the audience. Now, of course, the audience is what makes the energy, and it looks better, it feels better when it's a packed house. But as a fan, I ain't coming because they coming. I'm coming because I love this artist's music, and I'm going to see them perform. So you don't drive off and leave. So that was kind of messed up. So you got to get up there and show those 10, 15, 30 people, however many it happens to be. It's a blessing. Thank you, God. You got to show those people, look, okay, I'm going to send y'all home to tell the people who didn't show up what they missed, what they should have came and saw. That's my mindset. See? Josiah says, what were the first 10 years of rapping like for you? For me, first 10 years, so that would be 83 to 93. That was more so, you got to stand from 83 to maybe 86. I'm just rapping for fun. Then I started seeing I felt like I was good enough to make records. So from 86 to 93, I'm making music. By the time 93 hit, I had 3 projects out in those 7 years. I had traveled all over the country. I'd been in New York, LA, Atlanta. I'd been all these different places in a short period of time. Before I left high school, I had done all this. So it was fast, but compartmentalized. But also from a creative standpoint, it was a learning ground. I was still finding my voice, still finding my style, still figuring out myself, learning myself as a rapper. So those 10 years are very important. Yeah. Jado, what's going on, my brother? El Garza. Hey, man, thank you for the love. Thank you for the donation, El Garza. El says, what it do, wizard? Freeport in the building. I need one of them SPC back behind me. Look, that's the only one in existence right there. I'll sell it to you for the low price of $10,000. Yeah, but that's the only one we ever made. Probably time to do a new one on the cool. Yeah. B. Tisdale, I appreciate your donation as well, B. Tisdale. B. Tisdale serving them well. B says, appreciate you, K. Your lyrics have gotten me through some rough times. Hey, man, look, respect. God is great because that's why we do it, to help people get through the rough times, because somebody wrote something that helped me get through them at some point in life. So, man, if God blessed me to be able to say something to help you, then boom, mission accomplished. Now it's your turn to help somebody else, even if you don't rap, just with a word. Appreciate y'all, man. Marty Marr, Marty Marr, what's going down, man? Dead end salute, my brother. How you been, man? I know you still on their neck like a herringbone. And yeah. God's Dummy says, do you think you will do a song with Al D one day? Which Al D? Because we just interviewed Al D 300 on our podcast, the Underground Dialogue podcast. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, check out the latest episode. The latest episode is Al D 300. But shout out to my brother, OG Al D, Screwed Up Click Al D, Rawshaw Sterling Al D. Did Al D go to Sterling? Yeah, I think so. Shout out to my brother. So any one of the Al Ds, them my homies. So I'll make a song with either one of them. Yeah. Jesse says, who would I collaborate with that I haven't yet? It's so many, man. Stevie Wonder. I ain't just doing rap. Y'all know who I like? I like SZA. I like Doja Cat. Of course, KRS-One. Of course, Tila Rock. Of course, Kane, Rakim. So many, man. So many. Yeah, but yeah. DNA, he drove off. I saw it with my own eye. And you know the crazy part about it? Nobody saw it but me. I'm the only one that saw it. Because like I said, it wasn't a lot of people there. And the few cars that were scattered through the parking lot, they were already inside. I was just sitting in the car. I hadn't got out and went in yet. I'm glad I didn't get straight out and go in, because I'd have wasted some money. And I would have never knew why the guy didn't show up. Like, man, the guy didn't show up. I saw the guy pull up. He pulled up like, I'm here. He pulled up here, and he looked. The venue was over there. So he's looking at the venue, and he's looking like, and it's like he thought about it, because he was by himself. He didn't have nobody with him. It's like he thought about it, like, man, forget this. And he just, yeah. Look, man, I come to shows, man, and the parking lot is empty. Ain't nobody hardly there. I've done shows like that, but you walk on in and you do your thing. You do what you were paid to do or asked to do. And it's been times where I just have had a late crowd. Sometimes you get there and there's hardly nobody there, and you're like, okay, well, you know what's going to be one of these. But then you look up, and all of a sudden, everybody starts showing up at the same time. It's like, wow, okay. Late crowd. Let's get it on. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Triple X. Triple X, did you accidentally hit me today? I got a message from you, but it was like jumbled up letters. Like, you accidentally text somebody or something. This was a few minutes ago. I say my boy must have hit me by accident. Let's dance. OG 281, what's going on? catch up, y'all. Let me catch up. Hey, Elgars, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody who watch my podcast, boy, y'all are my best friends. A lot of people that I be around all the time, they don't even watch my podcast, man. People I know personally. Then they'll come telling me about what they saw on somebody else's podcast. I'm like, did you watch mine? I ain't telling you not watch theirs, of course. Did you watch your boy? Yeah, B. He drove off, man. Naeem Salam says, I saw Run DMC with Jam Master Jay perform for 300 people in the bar. Now that's nice though. If you're in a bar, if you're in a club and it's 300, that's gonna be nice. That's a good look. Now, if the club holds 2,000 people, it might not, but you can still do a hell of a show with 300 people. You got 300 engaged people. That's solid. You say a bar. So 300 at a bar, that's a great, great look. Now, if they were in an arena or a stadium, 300 ain't gonna look like much. They're gonna be scattered out, or they made everybody all come on down and congregate towards the front. But yeah, man. How this song go? I say, ain't no crime about it. That's the life I wanted. I rap for 10 people just as hard as for 500. Come on now. I respect the 10. Jesse, you saw that Spice one? Come on, Jesse. That's what's up. What's up, Tim? Oh, man. Come on, Tim. My brother, Tim says, what up? Me and my family will be in the building when you come to Denver next month. Tim, Jesse, other names that are escaping me right now. Definitely the homie BGN. You know, a lot of people been rocking with me, man. Denver, man. That's why we come almost every year. Looking forward to seeing y'all, Tim. What up, Vince? Aloha. Is that mahalo? Did I say it right? Why you wanna hate? Shout out to the great DJ Screw. Universal mother of all. How are you, Queen? Yeah. Aaron Albanese. Good to see you. Well, good to see your name. Said life been attacking me from all angles, I feel like. Well, you know, everybody gets their turn, brother, but guess what? You able to sit here and talk about it. So, you know, if you was walking down the street and a person started attacking you, what would you do? You fight back. So that's what you got to do in life. You got to fight back. Don't accept, even from all angles. If life is attacking you from all angles, go watch a Bruce Lee movie. Go watch it. Go on YouTube and pull up a Bruce Lee fight scene, and you're gonna see Bruce Lee everywhere. If people come from this way, that way, up, down, behind him, kept fighting, whooped them all from all angles. Inspector Port says, is Alien Baby and Annihilation the Evil Machine a part of the saga? Annihilation is, but Alien Baby is not. A lot of people make the mistake of saying falsely that the Alien Baby is part of the Sorcerer Saga. It's not. Annihilation of the Evil Machine is. Absolutely. Alien Baby is a separate storyline. What up? Is that Anathy Stevens? What's going on? Yeah. Can y'all see me? Are y'all still with me? We had a connection problem. I'm good. I'm good. Can y'all see me? All right. I don't know what happened, man. Somebody came and knocked me out the frame real quick, but I guess we back. Okay. Well, let me see if I can pick up because we got caught up. We got caught up, but we're back. All right. Let's see where we was at, man. I didn't lose anything that I had. I didn't lose any of y'all's comments, so good for that. But I'm gonna go back and try to see where I last was. Like I lost a bunch of them. I mean, like I missed a bunch of them. The original boss lady is in the building. Yeah. Pee Wee says it's a flip side to what you're saying. You have some artists that have a sold out show, but they cheat the people because they took for granted the opportunity and they were forgetting their lyrics. You know what? You are absolutely right. I've seen that flip side. The flip side I've seen is people who do have sold out shows and they don't appreciate the people. Like, or like you say, they half do the show. It's like they got so comfortable. They know it's gonna be packed when they get there. And they're so comfortable that they just give a lazy half show, and it's like they don't, you know, they take it for granted. They take it for granted. Original Boss Lady says music is a lifeline for a lot of people, so we have to be mindful as artists what we put out. That's right. Miguel, I see you. World Chat Ones. I've been great, man. How you been? I'm glad I didn't lose y'all all the way. I'm glad I was able to get that back. It's an open topic, y'all. I'm gonna get back into some topics real soon. I just been super busy. Super busy. What do I think of Cash Doll? I haven't heard much of her music, to be honest with you. I can't form an opinion because I couldn't tell you none of her music. Who's next on the underground dialogue? Some of y'all locally may have heard of this brother. His name is Scooperstar, not Superstar, but he's a deep brother. He's a deep brother, man. This Wednesday, Scooperstar. Patrick says, whatever happened to 20 to Life? I like that song, Point of No Return. Yeah, man, they still come out every now and then and do shows, man. Shout out to Black and Killer Ho. They still come. Killer Ho's been more active. Black here and there, but yeah, but they yeah, shout out to 20 to Life, man. That's right, Nocturnal. Aaron says, my family and I have been living the motel life for the past 2 years. We have lived in 3 different states during that time: Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia now. I would rather struggle and beg for money. I mean, yeah, I mean, you making it work, man. Of course, you want to get more stabilized, I'm sure, but hey, man, you making it work. Some people are not able to stay in the motel for 2 years. They wouldn't be able to maintain. So, blessings to you, man. If Cambada ever come to Houston, trust me, I'm gonna get him. Come on, James B. They don't know about that David Boy. They don't know about that. They ain't know what I was singing. OG 281, what's going down? Mike Smith, I see you. See, now look at the wisdom world chat just dropped. He said 300 people is 600 eyes and 600 ears. You got 300 people. That means you got 600 eyes and 600 ears. That's right. Look, and there you go, 600 ears. I didn't even see that comment. Yeah. Uncle Cletus says, remember the flea market off 610? South Africa Bambaataa. Now, really? Yeah, that's 610. That's the original fleet. That's the trading fair. Right off 610 MLK. Yeah, yeah. Aaron says, I've been sober for the past few years. Blessings, man. I'm proud of myself, even if nobody else ever tells me that. Well, we telling you right now, man. Let's everybody in the chat say, tell Aaron I'm proud of you, man, for being sober for years. I'm proud of you, man. That's mine. Yeah. Marty Mars says, I saw a video of you talking to a dude with DVDs to sell and all the titles were misspelled. He had to. No, well, you know what? That's from a video. That's from the Only in the Hood video. And what they did was somebody took that clip out the video, because we did that years ago. Somebody, because the Only in the Hood video, I got a line and I say, can't go to the store without some dude trying to sell you a movie. So we did a cutaway in the middle of the video when we did that skit in the middle of it. Somebody took that skit and just separately put the skit out, and the skit like popped off two or three different times. You know, now there's a whole bunch of people have seen the skit. People sending it to me. They don't know. A lot of them don't know who I am. They just laughing at the skit. But that actually comes from the Only in the Hood video, which is on YouTube. Yeah. That's right. That's right. I know ALD went to Sterling with us. I want to get ALD. I want to get SUC ALD on the show. Yeah. Xavier said, did you ever learn how to DJ? No, I never learned how to DJ. I always had DJs around me. Always. Pee Wee's one of them that's in here right now. Icy Hot, Dope, CMC. I've always had DJs around me. Never been a shortage of DJs in our circle. Egypt E. Yeah. I'm talking about growing up, coming up in the game. I'm naming all the guys that were with me around that time. Alyssa says, salute, big brother. I just finished making a lyric video for Street Corner Flows. Wow, you went all the way back to Finland. Wow. Shout out to Finland, man. One of my favorite shows. Exactly. See, people don't know Pee Wee by Silas, man. My beat by long before we had producers or DJs, rappers had their own personal beatboxer. You had to have somebody that could beatbox for you, man. Back in the day, that was it. That was all we had. My homie Silas, man. He was the one present most of the time when I was murdering a lot of these cats. If he wasn't around, I'd just get him a cappella. Dominic Kennedy says, hey, Kay, what's your thoughts on extraterrestrial contact in the near future? And have you heard of what's that, CE5 contact experience? No, I haven't heard of that, but my thoughts on extraterrestrial contact, I don't know about contact. And I definitely don't know about in the near future. Now, I do believe in life on other planets, and I don't just mean microbial life or what they may be predicting in some areas on some exoplanets as aquatic life, meaning the planets and moons that they found to have water, um, oceans or liquid oceans, may not be water, it could be methane. But I believe that the universe is way too big for it to just be us. Way too big. I just don't believe that God will waste all that space. When you have, and I ain't gonna go deep into it, but when you have a solar system with planets that are tens of millions of miles apart, up into the billions of miles apart from each other, from where we are. And that's just in a solar system that lives inside of a galaxy, that lives inside of a cluster of galaxies, that lives inside of the universe, that has the same principle. Stars, planets rotating around these stars, hundreds and hundreds of billions of them just in our galaxy. You can't make me believe we're the only thing out there with some semblance of intelligence. But how fast or how soon contact will be made, I don't know. I can't say. I know this world, I don't believe they'll make contact because I don't believe that their heart's in the right place. You know, they're trying to figure out ways to colonize certain planets and all. I'm like, dude, fix where you live. And they'll never do it. You know, we're acclimated, we're created and acclimated for our atmosphere, our planet, our terrain. We breathe the gases that we are created to breathe, that we would not be able to breathe on different planets. So you, all this imaginary stuff or this far-fetched, these concepts of what you would have to do to colonize Mars and colonize, I want that nonsense, man. Sounds good. Phantom Face says, I said this before, but I'll say it again. One of the biggest crimes of the millennium is K-Rino not being as famous as he should be. Well, you know, what's for me is for me, Phantom Face. And like I said, as long as you know me, and tell a few people and tell a few people about me. Yeah. All right, let me get back at Evan Reckon Marsh. Masterminds Alliance Publishing Group. Ham Clark is in the building. I got a show out here, man, next month. Evan, I want all my H-Town people to come out. I don't want to ride through the parking lot and don't see nobody there, then I burn off. I would never do that, man. I would never do that. So Evan, man, you come through, man. That's my email address. I'll send you the flyer. Yeah. Savage Philosopher says, got two videos for everyone here. Both are old, both are NASA, both are official, both are amazing. Okay, let's see them. Dean says, what's the date on the Shreveport show? I'll be in Shreveport, Louisiana with the homie Baby Savage, August the 23rd. We got H-Town on the 22nd, Shreveport, Louisiana on the 23rd. You coming down, Dean? I'll send you that flyer too. I'll email it to you. I got your email address. See, I agree with Inspector Porsche. He said extraterrestrials are likely, but it's extremely unlikely to have contact. Yeah, just the distance. The distance, like the Elijah Muhammad said, the distance is too far. This world don't have the technology to cut those distances down. There is a technology that can, but this world don't know it. So when you get to talking about light years, places being light years away, It's too far. To travel 1 light year, it would take forever. One. And you have all these places and planets and star systems that are 1,000 light years away, 1,000,000 light years away, 50,000 light years. You would never get there under this umbrella of understanding that exists in this world. They can't do it. In light years, regular travel, forget about it. Think about that. The closest star to us in our solar system, and this is a star that has planets revolving around it, that they would love to explore and see what's going on these planets that are brought, like we have our sun and our planets. There's a star that's closest to us that has planets revolving around. It's called Proxima Centauri. It's 4.2 light years away. That don't sound like, oh, it's only 4.2 light years away. Do you know how long it would take to travel 4.2 light years? Well, the obvious answer is if you're traveling at the speed of light, it would take 4.2 years because it's 4.2 light years. So at the speed of light, oh, that's not bad. They could probably create, they could probably get somebody that would volunteer to them. Yeah, but how are you going to travel that fast? How are you going to travel at the speed of light? Can't do it. So if you break it down to regular travel time based on this world's technology, you can probably go 10, 15,000 miles an hour. I mean, 10, 15,000 miles an hour. You can probably go pretty fast. But even at that speed, if you were going 15,000 miles an hour, it would take you hundreds of thousands of years, if not more. My math ain't on point like that, to go only 4 light years. 1 light year equals to probably close to 6 trillion miles. Don't ask me how I know this stuff. I'm a part-time astrophysicist. I'm the ghetto astrophysicist. Just call me GAP. Ghetto astrophysicist. So if it'll take 6 trillion miles to travel 1 light year, to travel 4, that means it's 24 trillion miles. And if you're trying to travel that in regular miles, or the best technology that this world has, good luck with that. Your generation, and they still wouldn't be there. Clifford Hood, what's going on? But you know what's so crazy, Clifford Hood? When I said I don't believe God will waste all that space, I said that a long time ago. Then I saw the quote that Carl Sagan made. And if y'all don't know who Carl Sagan is, he was a famous astrophysicist. And he said basically the same thing. He said, I just think for us to be the only ones here would just be a horrible waste of space, because we can't conceive how big this universe is. That's why a lot of people don't believe it's that big. They haven't identified any species nocturnal. They haven't identified. They've speculated what could be there based on the chemical compositions, based on the surface elements on certain planets, that they are able to detect certain things, but they have not been able to identify anything. What they have identified are some of the, like I said, some of the atmospheric elements. Like they can determine if there's hydrogen on a planet's atmosphere, if there's nitrogen, if there's methane, if there's ice, the closest they come, they've said that there's a chemical called dimethyl sulfide, and they've detected traces of dimethyl sulfide on a planet that's like really, really far away through the James Webb Telescope. And the key point of interest about this chemical, dimethyl sulfide, is that according to what they know on this world, that chemical is only produced by living things. So if they detect that on their planet, then the assumption and the speculation and I guess the hypothesis is that if this is being produced on this planet, then if it works the way it works here, then there could be life there. Because that's the only thing we know of to produce it here. So don't ask me how I know this stuff, man. LeBeau says water never lies. Water never lies, like tells a lie. Or when water never lies, like lies still. TV 33, belief is knowing's sworn enemy. Really, you think so? I don't necessarily agree with that. You got to believe it before you know it sometimes, man. For real. Because I see people like to separate knowledge and belief. And while they are not necessarily the same thing, because, yeah, I can believe that I can whoop John Bones Jones in a fight. I can truly believe that in my heart until he, then it's like, now I know I can't. So that's the difference between knowing and believing. But in some cases, knowledge does not come to us first. Sometimes belief comes first. In a lot of cases, belief is instilled in us first. But to your point, we should not stop at belief, because that's how a lot of us got tricked in the first place. We stopped at belief because we got a lot of people in this world that have the ability to make stuff sound good. So we believe it, we take it, and we don't even vet and research it for ourselves. So yeah, belief has its place. Anything you know, you had to believe it first because you heard it, or you had to believe on it enough to want to go deeper enough to know if you know it. Because somebody said it and you went, sounds good. Alyssa said, all those Apollo mission astronauts scared to put their hand on the Bible and swear they went to the moon. Well, I don't know about them scared to put their hand on the Bible. What if some of them, a lot of science people don't even believe in God and in the Bible in the first place to be worried about putting their hand on the Bible. But there are other nations. See, NASA, and I tell people all the time, NASA's not the only space station. There are other space stations that have sent, maybe not people, but they've sent probes. They've sent different probes to the moon that have traversed the surface or landed on the surface, taken pictures. It ain't just, America's not the only nation that have a space station. So for people who don't believe in the moon landing, again, if you watch a video of someone who doesn't believe in the moon landing and you believe that to be true, which we talked about belief and knowledge, what I advise people to always do, try to debunk your own belief. Don't just stop at the video that looks good and sounds good, that it ain't true. Now I got to find something to rebut what I feel is not true. And then you gather all that information and you process it, and you'll see. You don't just stop at the first thing that sounded like it made sense. See? So there's a lot of evidence that proves that them cats did go up there. Take it or leave it alone. The technology was there. It was there. But what happens is, and this was a lot of conversation I have with a lot of flat earthers as well, because there's this perception that those are the types of lies that are holding the entire world back for some reason. Like that would be more important to hide than what the world bankers are really about. That would be more important to hide than why the economy is like it is, or why homelessness is like it is. Why, well, I ain't gonna say this one because I want this video to stay up, but I'll rap about it. So there are conspiracy theories and conspiracies, but it's not hard to research enough to know that the technology was there for them to land on the moon, and they actually did. It's too many videos to debunk. But I don't argue people's belief. I just have conversations. That's all we're doing, is having a conversation. Pee-wee says our Earth suit is conducive to our environment on the planet we live. Look, that's right. This is our suit. We don't have to go to Neptune and we don't have to craft a specially made suit. Well, you got to go up there and you got to infuse it with, make sure there's oxygen. Oh, but if something hits it and cracks it, you dead in seconds. Yeah, this is where we are. This is where the God put us. If it's meant for us to know those worlds, then he'll make it to where we'll know those worlds. But the way they're going about it, or they think they're going to go about it, they're going to fail. They're going to fail. Range World says, never too late to get on them turntables. No, it ain't never too late, but it's just not my interest, not my passion. Yeah, I could have been learned how to DJ the same way I learned how to produce. It's like I had an urge and a passion to want to know how to make beats, but I've never had a passion to want to DJ. I had turntable at the house where I used to mess around, but it was never something that I really ever wanted to I want to be a DJ and a rapper, or just a DJ, Keith James says, quick question, are you into investment? Yeah, I'm always interested in investment. Just got to find something that I really want to invest in that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Just want to find something that actually makes sense. Alyssa says they send all these things out into space. She put space in air quotes. I mean, can't never turn it the opposite direction back towards us and snap a picture though. Well, actually they did. There was one of the satellites that they sent out. It's called was it Voyager? Y'all double check that because I don't like to give false information. But one of the satellites that they sent out, it by now it's in interstellar space. But the last image that it took did exactly what you said. It turned around and snapped the shot of the Earth. This image is called the pale blue dot, and you can look it up. You can see it. It was the last image taken. So I mean, that's not something that's impossible for any of those satellites to do. To take pictures of of where they came from. But yeah. Brother Chris says, I had my homeboy, is that Licky Alicio? Email you Gods of War. Man, oh man, okay. Let me Let me get on that, brother Chris, because you know that's a bad one. I gotta take some time. But like I say, bro, you know, oh, yeah, because you did tell me you was coming out. Worst case scenario, you know, I'll be standing there cheering you on while you sing it. I got nothing but love for you, brother Chris. Was that DTMYE? Have you talked to Rashid? Not in a while. I need to get him on the show. No. Okay. Savage Philosophy says, wait, K, hold on, the math was way off. You are right about your math, but it's not seeing the big picture. What part are you talking about? I don't remember. What did I say that you're saying that about? What are you saying that what did I say that you're saying that about? You gotta remind me. Because you know I'll be all over the place on here. You say my math was off on what? You say the math was off on what? What was I talking about? Janie Gomez says if they can find that part of the universe, they probably are very close to breaking that technology. I don't think so. I think that what they are able to do is it's groundbreaking based on the minute amount of knowledge that they have. So it looks good. It's groundbreaking for what they know. But for the full scope, they're not even close. They're not even close. Zero Way says 4.2 light years. Be back yesterday. If you were to if you were able to go 4.2 light years, meaning you were able to travel at the speed of light, the 4.2 years would seem like 4 regular years to you. But by the time you got back here, millions of years have passed, and everybody's done. Like I say, your great, 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 all them gone. This is according to theories of general relativity and things of such, where time will slow down moving at light speed, and whoever's moving at light speed, it will feel the same. You'll feel just like you feel now. But again, a light year is so much farther in distance than what we know. This thing will be long past by the time you get back. Kalumanali says, hey, OG, when you were first starting out, did you pay for studio time or did you have a friend with a studio spot? No, we paid for studio. Look, when I first started out, it wasn't no friends with studios. What those studios like that was doing rap? Think about it. I started doing this 40 some years ago. So in Houston, I couldn't just call my homeboy up and say, hey, man, I need to come through and drop a 16 tonight. That did not exist. As a matter of fact, there was no such thing as a rap studio. The studios that did exist, there were plenty of studios, but they were used to recording rock and roll, R&B, just those genres of music that had been in existence long before rap. So the studios that I went to early on in my career, they had no knowledge of even how to record and mix rap music. They had no knowledge of how to even produce rap music. We had no knowledge of how to even produce rap music. I can tell you a story about the first studio I ever went to. I'll tell that story one day. Well, savage philosopher, I don't believe that the earth is flat. So I totally don't believe that the earth is flat. It's way too much. We'll be all day going into that. Oh, they got a Comic-Con in Shreveport on the 23rd. Man, I wish I had some comic books. Oh, that's the 23rd. Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, that's the day I'll be there. Wow. You say you'll see if the family is ready to see me perform? Wow. Erie said, did Satan tempt you to bow down to him like you rapped in about the meeting? I had that happen in my dream that you died in flight school. Wow. Um, Not in that way. Of course, Satan has tempted us to rap that way. But when I say that he tempted us, mean because they have already presented that type of rap out before the world. So you see that you're young and impressionable. You see that it's successful. It gets you record deals. It gets you fame. It gets you money. So that could be a temptation to say, man, if I rap like that. But nah, it didn't work on me. But it has worked on others. But a direct proposition, nah, nah. All right, let me get back and find out. Here we go. Here we go, man. See, this is the deal, y'all. And please, man, y'all gotta take this. Like I said at the very beginning, these chats, these live streams, anything I try to do, my podcast, whatever, all in the name of respect and maturity. But we have to learn. It's not just about studying, which we should all study, but I think what the mistake a lot of us make, humbly, I'm your big brother. I'm an older guy. I've been through all these levels of mistakes and progressions and all that. The mistake that a lot of us make is that we don't know how to study. We don't. So, like I said earlier, when you are exposed to any information, whether somebody tells you directly, whether you learn it in high school, college, whether you read it in a book, whether you watch it on a YouTube video or see it on somebody's website, a seminar, wherever you get your information, and you say, yeah, I'm going to study that. The mistake that everybody makes, well, not everybody, a lot of people make, they only study the side that they lean towards. And just like I said a minute ago, you should always try to debunk. And when I say debunk, that only means you should always try to disprove even something that you believe in, that you believe is true. Do everything you can to disprove it. That's how you prove it. So if it sounds good to you that somebody made a video and said that the earth is flat, and they put out all these videos about how the earth is flat, and they say all this stuff in an eloquent, articulate way that make it sound good, and we sit in front of the screen and go, the earth is flat, they got us, they tricked us. And then you start learning all of that, but you never go, well, hold on, I believe the earth is flat, but let me try to disprove it though. Because you're going to come across somebody who can absolutely disprove. Science absolutely disproves it. It's indisputable. It's undisputed. It's irrefutable. But people will see that evidence and still go, well, no. And that's your right. But if you don't understand science, then it's easily to fall into that influence. It's simple. I can't even really, I can't even explain how simple the science is. But to each his own. All right. What time is it, y'all? Because I really can't be here long tonight. I got to get back to Savage Philosopher because I'm trying to see what you were asking me. And she said, and let's say Carl Sagan was a weirdo. Well, there's a bunch of weirdos in the world now. That ain't saying much. You say Carl Sagan was a weirdo. I don't know. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, Carl Sagan was a weirdo. That's not saying anything. It's because Eric Dubé is a weirdo. Let's see how honest we are in our. Is Eric Dubé not a weirdo? I'm just saying. So a person can be a weirdo and still tell the truth. 10 plus 10 is 20. Who said that? The guy over there. He's a crackhead. Yeah, he's a crackhead. But is 10 plus 10 20? No, because he's a crackhead. That's how a lot of us think. All right. Let me catch up, y'all. Jay said, if they don't know what's at the bottom of these oceans right here on Earth, they definitely don't know what's going on in space. I've heard that argument used before, and they definitely don't know everything that's going on because they know some things that are going on in the ocean, and there are a lot of things that they don't. It's like they know some things that are going on in space, and there's other things that they don't know. So I guess you're right. Hold on, I'm still on the Rashid question. Got to catch up. What's up, L? L-E-L, not just the letter L. That's a big difference. Nah, I can't be DJ. Nah, DJ Reno. Nope. I'm not a DJ, man. It's not my thing, man. That's not my thing, man. Let me see what you say. Official Go Hard says, why you always get domed off in your songs. What do you mean? I'm not I'm not I'm not 100% familiar with all the new slangs. I don't know what domed off means. Yeah. Keats James, what does you say emotional intelligence? What does that mean to you? I hear that term a lot. Emotional intelligence. I guess just straight off the head, I would define that as someone having the wisdom and the sense to be able to control and manage the emotional state. That would be my definition. If there's another definition, then feel free to teach me. But when I hear emotional intelligence, that's what I think of. Because if there are people who get overly emotional in regular conversations and disagreements, and we can be so um, eloquent and composed until somebody disagrees with us. Now we that's you don't have any emotional intelligence, because I should be able to go, I should be able to hear, like we have a conversation right now. You know, there are people on here who disagree with what I'm saying about the moon, about the earth and space and all that. But emotional intelligence, to me, it means that I can go, okay, well, that's your view. I'm not gonna be hollering and screaming with nobody and nose to nose with nobody. Now, I have in my younger days, but now emotional intelligence, like, or you could be married in a relationship, emotional intelligence. And I hate to use this example, but I'm about to go there. You walk in and you catch your significant other in an act with somebody that ain't you. Emotionally, you may be just messed up. You're wrecked emotionally because of what you just witnessed from the person you love and the person your heart is just dedicated to, and they have crushed you. If you have no emotional intelligence, you're gonna flip out, kill everybody, or you're gonna crash out in some other kind of way. But emotional intelligence says, you know what, this is the most hurtful moment of my life. I can't believe he or she did this. But I got to think beyond that into my future, the people that care about me, the people that I care about, and I can't crash out. I just have to withdraw. And that's emotional intelligence to me. If there's another definition, please feel free to enlighten me. I think I gave a good definition, but I don't think I'm wrong, but I don't think that that's the only definition. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta move. I just saw the homie DJ Memphis mix. Well, see, here's the thing, Alyssa. This is the thing about your big brother. Respectfully, why would I say that Eric Dubé is a weirdo and I've never watched him? I wouldn't do that. People ask me about people on this live stream all the time that I've never heard of. And what do I say? I say, I don't know who that is. I've never heard him. I have to check him out. So for you to say, you say that, but you've never watched him. How do you know what I've watched and haven't watched? Think about that. You said, now listen to what I'm reading your words. You said, I never watched him. How would you possibly know what I've watched? Then you said someone told me he was a weirdo. How do you know that? I'm curious to know how you would make the assessment of something that you could not possibly know about me. You said that somebody told me that. Who told me? How do you know that? You have no way of knowing that. See, this is what I'm saying. We have to be logical in our thinking. I could never tell you what you didn't see or what you did see. I could never tell you that somebody told you that something about something when I have no knowledge of that. I watched them. That's where I made my assessment. Come on now. All right. Oh, you say when you told us we need to listen to Farrakhan, I felt like he was what they portrayed him on Living Color. Turns out they just lied. But that's the thing. I told you to watch him. Why? I said watch the minister. Y'all look at the minister, because whether you would have agreed or disagreed with anything that the minister said or what people may have said about him in media or the government or whatever they said about him, that's my thing. Go watch him for yourself. I can't assume that you didn't, because I can say, yeah, go watch the minister, go watch for the minister. I can't say you ain't never listened to the minister. I don't know that. So I invite you to watch him and make your own judgment. And that's what you did. See? Now, if it agrees with what I said about the minister in your mind, you say, okay, well, yeah, I get it. But if somebody says, okay, well, go watch this person, and I go, yeah, I watched him, I think he's crazy. Or vice versa. That's just how it is. JD, what's going on, my brother? Looking forward to seeing you soon. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Can't argue with that. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. Can't argue with that. Yeah. I don't know who Snooty Wild is, but salute. Salute to Snooty Wild. Fresh off the clock, I got you. I got you. All right, man. Drop y'all locations, man. I gotta go. I stayed too long. Y'all gonna get me in trouble, man. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. I gotta go holler at y'all's boy. I gotta go holler at y'all's boy. Let's get it on. The real DJ Alyssa Monsanto is in Denver Harbor, H-Town. Savage Philosopher, T-Town, Oklahoma. Tulsa's in the building. Oklahoma's in the building. I know my brother Christopher X is in OKC. And there he is, as soon as I said it. TV33 says peace. JD is in Funky Town, Fort Worth, Texas, for y'all who don't know. Inspector Porch. Uh-oh. Is that Kuvola? Kuvola, Finland. How far is that from Helsinki? I know Helsinki and Tampere. Spiky is in Cali. Okay. I know where Phantom Face is. Phantom Face is in the 614. DJ Memphis Mix, second home of the SPC Austin. You ain't lying. Denver coming for y'all, old boy. Denver be showing love. Naeem is in 7 Mile, Detroit, my brother. Hey, Naeem, salute to you, brother. It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure, my brother. It feels good to get love everywhere you go, man. Naeem know what it is. Clayton Johnson is in Columbus, Ohio. Keith James in Tulsa, Oklahoma, repping, man. Okay, Oklahoma. Codeine TV, location not Flat Earth, Arkansas. Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble, Dean. Zero Waste is in Canada in the mountains, 400 miles north of the border. I remember the other time you said it, I was like, hey, you live way up there. Is that Emmett 00 in Sweden? Okay. Appreciate that, Spiky. D Razor, Southside, H-Town. Hey, man, I need all my H-Town people to come see me on the 22nd, man, of next month. Not this month. Next month. All right. Is this DTMYE, Colorado? Where you at in Colorado? We're going to be out there August the 8th now. We'll be in Denver August the 8th. You need to come see us. I don't know how far in Colorado you are. There's my email. Send me an email. I keep wanting to say D-Time, but it's DTMYE. The homie Jimmy is in Anniston, the double A. The double A, Anniston, Alabama. Dean says, I'm ready. I got books. Let's go. Oh, Alyssa. Bad Alyssa. Bad Alyssa. Alyssa, stick your hand out. Give me a hand. Give me a hand, Alyssa. Nope. Give it. Give it. Give me a hand. Bad Alyssa. Nocturnal is in Virginia. Grandmaster Rodimus you must have been laying in the cut this whole time. Grandmaster Rodimus. Where'd you go? Oh, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Oren is in Bessemer, Alabama. You must know the Jordan King. Inspector Porch, what is this? Savage Philosopher says, hit that like. I ain't gonna even push for the 100 tonight because I gotta go. I got work to do. God's dummy is in Lufkin. Hey, send me an email because I forgot what book it was already. Patrick says Grand Deception Part 2. I think I've Grand Deceptioned out. I got enough of those kind of songs. I should have covered almost everything. There's some I don't remember, then maybe who knows. All right, Alyssa, you got me on that one. Man, it's the one thing I can't argue back on right there. Man, you got me. Here go my hand. Go on and hit it. Go on and hit it. Did you hit it? Let me know when you hit it. Did you hit it? See, I already got it from. Well, at least you got it. Colorado. That's right, JD. We coming August the 8th. Fountain Face says, take care, everybody. We have to continue to support K and meet back up on his lives. Real. And support physical copies, man. I'm still on my campaign. Dark Miss. All praises to the Most High. That's right. That's right. Janie Gomez, H-Town. Janie. You see my email address right above your name? Send me an email so I can send this flyer. If you're in H-Town, I want to see you next month. I don't want to hear that. I don't be going to show. You come to this one. All right. It's coming, Xavier. I promise you. I was working on it last night. It's coming. Ethan, what's going on? Much love to you. Okay, Janie. Salute. Send me an email. I'll send the flyer. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. I will catch y'all later on. Make sure y'all go check out the Underground Dialogue podcast with LD 300. Next Wednesday, we got Scooper Star. Y'all make sure y'all stay on it, man. Peace and hair grease. Hold on, wait a minute. What is a homophone? What is that? What's a homophone? Inspector. All right, I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace.